Good job on that. So, appreciate you. Okay. Okay. It was impossible to get anywhere in Park Hill without walking by Granny Pfeiffer's house. A coral peeling weathered flat that looked like dessert cake, white frosting awnings sugared in decay, and crab apple trees that spilled their fat bitter bulbs on the lawn that she religiously watered once in the morning, again at dusk, shuffling out the door in pink sponge rollers and corduroy house shoes made for a man with the heel pressed down and flat. Still, she was white lace glove dainty, impossibly feminine, sit up straight, yes ma'am, delicious.
You couldn't move anywhere around my house without greeting all the old Spanish ladies your mama had congregated in the living room, and nobody ever made appointments. These women were too close for those kind of commitments. Dressed in their floral nightgowns, Sábado Gigante was an evening ritual. The background music to women whose business it was to be in everybody else's business. Only pausing their Ave Marias and
No me diga eso.
to sip their cafecitos. In this house, women sat close enough to touch each other's knees, made sancocho out of laughter, and permitted their voices to feel the ceiling with both hands with no regard for neighbors or thin apartment walls. They knew how necessary it was to fill a space and how often they'd been drowned by their own silences.
If you wanted to get to the playground in my community, you had to go by Binky and Bunky's red brick ranch-style house. It kept its secrets pushed down behind painted and repainted white screen door with the inevitable beehive stuck just above it. Everything about that house had a sting. But all fried, everything, all the time, everything. Neck bones, oxtails, pig feet, chicken legs, peppered and salted just right, till your lips smacked wetly just to walk by, except you never just walked by. No, you stopped in. Set your shoes by the door, listened for the rumble, said yes please to sweet potato pie, lost your innocence over and over to the sound of bacon sizzling, cornbread dressing, gravy smothered rice, and maybe, got your hair pressed out if Miss Susie felt like climbing into your scalp to tackle the bramble and quiet your brush fire locks.
In my house, I learned how wide a family can be. How it dances into itself in the middle of your living room to un canción that nobody remembers the name of, but everybody sings to. How it wraps its arms around your waist in tinfoil hat empanadas Irma brought down from the 18th floor. How all these women were my abuelas and tias. How they gave me bendición. These were the I wish you would women. The I'm gonna be as loud as I wanna be women. The you look bien gorda women. The you look bien flaquita women. There ain't nothing good enough for these women. Women whose hearts were big and whose hands were rough, whose kitchen counters clean and mouths dirty when they needed to be. Here you learn about the community that women can hold for one another. How a living room can become a bridge. And it was a kind of love that has sustained you still.
Okay, so now if you wanted to get to the corner store in my neighborhood, you had to go by Richard's house. Now this was a dude with no conscience and no intention of coming into one. His mama was a school teacher, a Sunday school teacher, you know. For the irony. He didn't have a daddy. All the worst boys in Park Hill didn't have a daddy. Just hands and dirty words. You couldn't get anywhere in Park Hill on Saturday morning without ducking from Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm sorry, but I'm going to talk about it. Early morning, like, so damn early, like, too damn early. Door knocking, pamphlet-heavy chicks in pastels, peddling redemption with no real roadmap, because it meant I couldn't cuss the way I was going to need to, or stomp my feet like I meant it, so I hid behind the curtains like any normal person till they left. And I'd watch it go, on to the next house, and they didn't never get in there either. They never did seem to get in, and maybe that's why God couldn't find me quick enough, because I was ducking down and hiding out even from myself, but it was going to take me years to know that.
If you wanted to have your first kiss.
Oh, come on. Player.
No. Pick the boy with the soft hands. Use your 16th birthday as an excuse so your friends would stop teasing you about being a late bloomer and to prove to yourself that you were not broken after all, but you were still the same girl you were before as you were after. Your mouth, still no treehouse for boys to find themselves in, but you kept trying, figuring that one day you would start working when you gave in to what you really wanted. You opened up your lips wider than you ever thought possible and tilted your neck toward the heaven of your best friend's mouth, and all the music started to settle into their bones because this, in fact, was your first kiss. The one your mama talked to you about. The one that missed all the pixie dust but kept all the magic.
If you wanted to have your first kiss in Park Hill, you just did it. Deliberately. In the alley behind that one nasty girl's house whose mama was never home to catch her doing nothing. You leaned, you pursed your lips out, you leaned into your galloping want and waited for a messy exchange that would send saliva down your jawbone. But you wore eyeliner after that. Thought you knew what a woman was. Thought you knew you wanted to be one. You know, back alleys are not the right places for that kind of clarity, but you held on to it because that's what you do. When there's nothing else to hold, when there's nowhere else to go, when the place you are is the only thing telling you what you will become, you hold on to it. You hold on to it and call it home.